Being rich when I'm 40, man, I'm trying to make it now.
The 2K Sports pregame show.
Hey, Ernie Johnson here, and I'm joined by Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. And the pregame warm-ups are wrapping up out in Houston, where it'll be the Rockets going up against the Cleveland Cavaliers. And for Cleveland, a strong stretch of play for this team, winning 6 of their last 7. They're playing at a high level, no lack of confidence going into tonight's game. And last point guard for his team, even with the switch, he continued to pour in the points. But the real story, the assist, man, why was that move so good?
Well, Harden's always been a ball-dominant point guard, I just think he's an underrated passer, but he's always been a great distributor. Now he's just doing it more. He's trying to average that triple-double.
You know what the wasn't playing the point. I think he looked for a shot more. But knowing that it's in his hands every possession allows him the freedom to pass the basketball, and it's helped the Rockets.
Interesting. Now let's go to Kevin Harlan. He's got the call.
K Sports welcomes you to the following.
An aerial view of the many buildings making up the skyline of beautiful Houston, Texas. Our broadcast setting tonight. This is 2K Sports broadcasting. Gets taken to the hardwood. Our broadcast team tonight, on one side, Greg Anthony. On the other side, Steve Smith. And on the sideline, David Aldridge. I'm Kevin Harlan. A good game here would get this road trip started confidently for the Cavaliers. We've got just enough time to hear from our good friend David Aldridge on the sideline. D.A., take it away.
Well, guys, James Harden is a great offensive player, but there's no mistaking it. He does dominate the ball. Now, that can bother teammates sometimes. Feel that paycheck every 2 weeks? That should make him play hard. You have to be a star in your role. So when James gets the ball to you, shoot it, and then run back and play hard as heck.
Passer, David, there's no doubt he can set the table. Well, Smitty, we have a fantastic matchup between 2 of the top centers in the league right in front of us here. It's a throwback to an era of an earlier time when big men were dominant in this league.
Kevin, I remember those days when you just sat down, you wanted to see Shaq versus Ewing, Hakeem versus David Robinson. But you know, that was different. Those were the big man battles. Yes. I miss those days.
I do too. Tip-off goes to Houston. Look at Cleveland's starting group. Inside, we got the tenacious Love and Thompson. Isaiah Thomas out there with Dwayne Wade. And it's James in at the small forward position. Harden's shot is off. Loss against the Jazz.
Yeah, they were able to keep it close for the most part, but you could just tell they were not in sync as a unit.
Communication seemed to be missing, and if you want to come away with a lot of wins, you have to have that.
And the Rockets. Paul with the ball. Screen by Capella. Paul kicks to Capella. The pass to Harden. Stolen by Wade. And here we go. Fast break. LeBron's got it. Here's Thomas. Last touch by Anderson. Thomas got the first 3 points tonight for the Cavs.
Yeah, nice little way to take the early lead.
I see the effort, already pushing the action, trying to establish a presence.
Now, in their last game against Utah.
The concentration and the body control CP3 possesses is just astonishing.
Here's LeBron. Thompson, a screen on Ariza. Outside Thomas, and it's Wade in the corner. Ball's coming off of Thomas's feet. Wade's got his first 2 points of the night.
And where's the help? Obviously a missed rotation, something they're going to want to patch up.
Only the first quarter. Guys are getting in a groove, but communication on the defense has to be better.
Anderson.
And that's the look this offense is designed to produce.
Always frustrating when you do everything right, yet just can't complete the play.
And LeBron James, a 4-time MVP, one of 5 players, Smitty, ever to achieve that.
To total 27,000 points, 7,000 assists, and 7,000 rebounds. He's the greatest small forward ever to play this game, in my opinion.
And Steve, so many star players get credit for their offense. On the other end of the floor at the defensive end.
Yeah, on that end, he's incredibly versatile. He can guard 1 through 5. He said that his chase down block of Iguodala in the 2016 finals was the defining play of his career. Obviously, he takes tremendous.
Now, here's Wade. 9 points last game. Thompson sets the pick for Wade. Thompson, high post, just 5 to shoot. And here we can now take a look at how the ratio was between the 3s and the 2s last season for the Rockets.
And the three-pointer was their preferred weapon. It can be a risky strategy, but it's one that more and more teams have embraced.
Harden left side. Lob pass to Capella. And the dunk by Capella.
And how sweet a play was that?
As sweet as it gets, an exquisite pass to set up the powerful alley-oop dunk. And the replay presented by giving us the chance to enjoy that alley-oop all over again. And Thompson throws it down.
You know, he's had a handful of seasons in the top 10 in assists. Wade is a gifted passer.
Rockets trail. And here in the first, about 3. And Anderson has it in the corner. Houston moving the ball around. Paul. Houston keeps it going. A new 24-second shot clock. And it's Capella missing. Cleveland's gone 1-2 to Thomas. That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time. And here on the 2K leaderboard are the teams with the quickest hands in the league. In second, the Rockets.
You can't get careless with the basketball against this group. I mean, they'll pick your pocket, and no surprise to see them in the upper echelon as far as steals.
Now here's Paul. His scoring totals are something to take note of. He's averaging over 19 points a game. To the inside. Tipped away. And stolen by LeBron. Love with the screen on Ariza. LeBron dishes to Love. Wade outside. Thomas passes to Thompson. And stolen by Ariza. Anderson outside. Puts it up, and Paul stays with it. Paul's got his second basket of the night.
Love the determination he showed there, getting himself into good position under the glass.
With the presence of mind to know just where. Now, here's Thompson. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Milwaukee. That's going to be over and back, not watching for the line that time. Here we are in November. Let's see how things are shaking out. A terrific position for them as they hold up that illustrious top spot, but it's a long season, as we all know. And, of course, there's the Rockets, tied in first place with them.
And, you know, Houston, any fears of a regression for them this season have been laid to bed. They're an elite team yet again, and they're poised for a dominant stretch run here.
I can't see them slowing down. It gets stronger as the playoff gets closer.
Pass to Thomas. Paul with the steal. To the middle, and it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Paul.
Has his man, just misses with the pass. Not sure what happened on that play.
For Cleveland, they've gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Thomas against Paul. On the wing. The Cavaliers again can't hit. Out of bounds, Cleveland takes possession. Cleveland's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc. Kicks to Thompson. Here's Love. The Cavaliers again can't hit. Houston's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Ariza has the open look and unable there to get the go-ahead.
See why the defense backed off a little.
Love outside. Another miss by Love.
Yeah, and you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Rebounded by Cleveland. This game coming after a loss against the Bucks.
And really, you'd like to just see more from that inside game offensively. In that one, it didn't happen.
You know, it's not rocket science. When you're cold from the and at least draw some fouls.
Smitty, we have a question sent in by a viewer. They want to know if you could only eat one food for the rest of your life, what food would you pick? And got anything for that?
You know what? Kevin, that's a good question. There's so many, especially with shrimp fried rice. That's the one I think I would eat for the rest of my life.
Stolen by Harden. And here we go. Fast break. Paul's got it. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. Harden's. Here's James. He's coming off a 25-point game against Milwaukee.
He owned the glass in that one, too. No one could put a body on him.
Now here's Thomas. Love with the screen for James. Tries to snap the cold streak and fouled on the.
The defender gets caught in a bad position. LeBron powerful enough to convert through contact. Let's see what he does at the line.
And a huge payroll for the Cleveland Cavaliers. Steve, there's been tension at times with LeBron demanding more help to keep his team in title contention.
Yeah, the dollar signs, the luxury tax payments, and the tens of billions. LeBron to come back. Money is no object when it comes to winning rings.
Now here's Paul. 6 points for him. Floats one up. Gordon from Rose. Cavaliers leading. Smith dishes to Crowder. Back to Smith. Over Gordon. Range. Cans it from downtown. Rose has got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
And Tucker kicks to Gordon. Amute, a screen on Crowder.
To lay it in at the point of attack. Just too much defensive pressure on that play.
LeBron passes to Crowder. Mba Amute with the steal. Gordon kicks to Mba Amute. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Points of the night.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
James outside. Back to Rose. There's the three. Offense. Out to the wing. Goes up again. LeBron outside. Shoots a three. Rose with another miss. Rockets trail. Outside Gordon. He feeds it to Tucker. A three ball. Jay Crowder pulls it in. Cavaliers shooting in this first quarter around 38%. They're looking to on P.J. Tucker. That is his first foul of the game. Ramon Shumpert is checked in for James. Ball against Rose. Out to Shumpert. Fires the three. Hits it from three-point range. The board for three. Gordon a screen. Paul kicks to Nene. Back to Paul. Shoots off the screen, and he hits the jump shot. Paul's got 8.
It's a real challenge to contain Chris Paul off pick and roll basketball. Reason why he can pass it at an elite level and shoot it at an elite level.
Now here's Rose. 11 points.
You factor in the assist totals, that's a complete game.
Here's Shumpert. He tries for 3. Mba Amute pulls it in.
and they've come out with a take-no-prisoners approach.
Ball against Rose. Over Rose. And it's Paul missing.
I'll tell you what, despite the miss, he's going to be looking for that same shot again.
Outside Rose. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time. He has 5.
Derek is just exceptional in the paint. A gifted scorer amongst the trees.
On the wing, Eric Gordon. Nene left side. And it's Gordon missing.
Boy, he blew an easy layup, and he is furious with himself.
And Shumpert kicks to Fry. Feeds it to Rose. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It's on Mba'amute.
Derek and loving the contact.
The Cavaliers shooting their 6th and 7th free throws in the game.
And as a team, really just middle of the pack in terms of their percentage from the line at about 76.
Blacks checked in for Mba'amute.
And one thing that is quite clear with the Rockets in terms of their approach is 4 threes. Very rarely will you see them play that in-between game.
Now, here's Tucker. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. It's Crowder on the wing, guarded by Nene. Can't hit. And that shot selection, a systematic approach by the whole Houston organization. Greg, as a team, they actually took less mid-range jump shots than DeMar DeRozan did individually last season.
Yeah, and it wasn't even close. I mean, the approach Houston has made successful the last few seasons, they are 100% committed if they can help it.
Vince Carter, he's checked in for J.R. Smith. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Rose dishes to Fry. Outside jumper. Drills the three-pointer. Shumpert's got 6 points.
And from a different area code, Shumpert playing money ball right there.
Over Shumpert. Shumpert with some nice D. And we reach the end of the first quarter. Cleveland ahead as they wrap up the first quarter with a massive 16-7 run. And we'll get things started in the second quarter when we return. You talk to Chris Paul, and it's clear he was born to play the point guard position.
Fortunately, I've always been vertically challenged, so I've never had to play power forward or center on anybody's team. I've been passing and getting into the lane, dishing the ball off to a teammate, helping people score my entire career.
Classic coming from Chris Paul, but, you know, seriously, Greg, he's taken that challenge and made the most of what he's got. A terrific player.
Really, and you know what? He's actually turned that challenge on his head when he goes right at much bigger players and uses their size against them.
All right, the second quarter beginning in just a moment. What stands out to you from the Cavaliers in this one?
Especially on that defensive end.
There are several ways, as you know, to take control of a game. Getting stopped. Ooh, love it, love it. Good look by Shumpert, right on the money.
And here is Paul. Tucker, the pass to Paul. Back to Tucker. Here's the three. Good, and Paul gets the assist. Tucker's got himself on the board with 3 there.
And he found the perfect spot behind the arc there. Big gap in the D.
Outside Crowder. Crowder is screen on Paul. Crowder kicks to Shumpert. Carter dishes to Crowder. Just 5 on the clock. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. Crowder's got the lead back up to 9 now for the Cavs. The feed to Tucker. And here in the second with about a minute and a half gone by. Shot that time, the whistle blowing. Well, Steve, when you think about leaders and players who mean as much for the mental game of their team as their coach, Chris Paul right at the top of that list. He has always been a vocal floor general his whole career.
You're totally right. Paul is very aware of everything that is going on in a game. Can get in the teammate's face if they have a mental lapse. Not always an easy pill to swallow, but all players respect Chris Paul's leadership.
James Harden, he's checked in for Houston. Kevin Love's checked in for the Cavaliers. Green comes in for Jay Crowder. Love with screen, and Green slams it in.
Great court awareness by Derrick Rose, reading every inch of the floor so well.
Rockets trail by 9. Lets the 3 fly. The Rockets again can't hit.
And hard work. A lot of effort and focus on the backboard.
Pass to Carter. Some nice passing by Cleveland here. Over Harden. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. There's the 3. Cavaliers leading by 9. And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. And Jeff Green, the bucket on the assist by Rose.
They've settled into a nice groove offensively here in the second.
And now the first time out. Need talent, Steve, but the value of chemistry can't be overlooked either. And as a player, how do you make yourself a good teammate? How do you help in that regard toward good chemistry?
Well, I think one is being a good person, understanding the game of life, and it's about winning W's and L's, and you want W's. You look at a lot of teams, and they play well with each other, and they're unselfish. Unselfish teams usually win.
Well, they said the same thing about you. You're an all-star caliber player, but you're a great teammate. I think for a player, that's like the highest praise you could get.
Yeah, it is. When you start talking about guys, or a guy, the 12th man, guys want to be around that, and usually you see those guys hang around the league longer than other guys that may be more talented or better players.
Outside jumper. Carter outside. That doesn't go either. Harden gets to Ariza. On the wing, Harden. He's guarded by Thomas. Lets it go from 14. That one off the back iron and out.
Another rebound with a lot of passion.
Releases. Love, no luck.
Defense did a really good job of choking off the middle there once he got inside.
Shot is good, and the Cavaliers lead cut to just 7 on the basket from Ariza.
Inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
A drive by Shumpert. Outside Thomas. To the paint. Here's Love. And that basket is going to count.
That's a very close call. I'm sure he thinks it's a clean block, but looks like it was on the way down.
And Smitty, Kevin Love has weathered a surprising amount of criticism over the years. In Minnesota, he put up big numbers, but they said he wasn't a winner. Then he goes to Cleveland. Big numbers.
You're right. It's a catch-22. Really not fair. Last season, I think he answered all those questions. He did it all. A 20-10 contributor on an elite team. Whether it's scoring, passing, or just acting as a decoy, his value to this team cannot be understated.
To Carter. Outside jumper. That one falls, coming off Carter's feet. And it's 9 points for Iman Shumpert.
And the team wants Shumpert to be a 3-and-D guy. Just has to be more consistent out there.
3. The dish to Gordon. Anderson with the screen for Gordon. Off the pick. And he didn't get quite enough under that one.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
They kick it out to Green. Thomas with the ball. He's picked up by Ariza. Launches it. Doesn't go that time. And the Rockets take it the other way.
He can't find his mojo. Tough quarter for him scoring the basketball.
Now, here is Harden. A 24-point outing in their last game against
at forcing contact and getting to the line. He racked up a lot of easy points at the line that way.
Shumpert passes to Love. Happy to see that one go in for his second make in 5 attempts.
Using his size inside. Get off the shot.
Timeout called the Rockets. This game against Cleveland is the first time they've met this season.
And you have to love it when there's a matchup like this. Two teams that are at the top of their respective conferences going at it.
This is going to be a fun first game between these two squads.
Amute's checked in, and then for Cleveland. Thompson, he's checked in for Green. LeBron comes in for Vince Carter. And Dwayne Wade subbed in for Shumpert. Ariza against LeBron. And Love gets it to go.
You see he's feeling it now. Shot looks much more in sync this quarter.
Outside Gordon. Harden dishes to Ariza. For 3. And Harden gets it to go in on the assist by Ariza. And that's 10 points for James Harden.
Oh, he's heating up here now in the second quarter. Watch out.
Thompson, a screen on Harden. Points last game. Down low, here's Thompson. It's rebounded by Houston. Capella's got his 5th rebound in this one. Here's Gordon. The shot misses. Good D by James. Cleveland leading by 7. Back to Wade. It's rebounded by Houston. Capella's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Gordon gets to Ariza. Back to Gordon. Ariza outside. 6 to shoot. Screen on James. Ariza no luck. The Cavaliers have gone 8 of 15 since we began the second quarter. Excellent shooting. Wade kicks to LeBron. Back to Wade. On the wing, James. Wade outside. The 3 from Thompson. Next up on the schedule, the Grizzlies. That'll be a home game. That'll be the last of 3 straight at home for the team. Screen by Capella. Harden against Thomas. Puts one up from 19. Thompson's got his 3rd rebound tonight. Love kicks to LeBron. Got a hand on it. Here is Harden. 10 points for him. Back to Harden. Harden draws the double. There's Gordon with the 3. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. Harden's got his 4th assist in this one.
So many of Gordon's shots come from three-point range because he drains so many of them. When you've had, always going to have the green light.
And, you know, that's an example of how many plays we have in a game for which there's no stat. A monster dunk coming off just a terrific pick play.
Greg, you're right. It really did work to perfection. Gave him all the room he needed for the flush.
That's what happens when you get an excellent screen like that. He had plenty of space to slash right toward the basket.
Nene, he's checked in for the Rockets. Paul comes in for Gordon. Cleveland also making some changes. Crowder, he's checked in for Love. Smith comes is subbed in for Isaiah Thomas.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
Here's Rose. And Thompson kicks to Crowder. James outside. Some nice passing by Cleveland here. Puts up a 3. And it's Derrick Rose with the 3.
Derrick Rose, when he's in the outside shot, creates even more space for him to operate.
And the Cleveland Cavaliers unable to defend their 2016 title, Steve, but hungry to return to the NBA Finals once again.
You know, the pressure, Kevin, to capitalize on their window. LeBron James turning 33 this season. An aging support.
P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for Capella. And here's a look now at the shot chart showing the field goals attempted locations for James.
And when you come into a game with the mindset of going right at the rim and not settling for outside shots, this is what your shot chart will look like. Every chance they've had to either attack the paint or play back to the basket, they've taken it, and it's been a complete success thus far.
LeBron passes to Smith. He's looking for James and finds him. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by James. And a chance here now to take a look at the teams that are tops in the league in scoring points off turnovers. The Cavaliers, number 1.
You know, it's not just the turnovers they're forcing. I mean, they're converting at pressure on you to play perfect.
Count it, and the Cavalier lead has been cut down now to just 7 on the bucket from Paul. Smith outside. To the middle. Now here's James, guarded by Tucker. Out to Smith. From deep. And the wide open shot from Crowder. And the rebound goes to the Rockets. Harden's got his 3rd rebound on the night. He dishes it to Tucker. From deep. Cleveland takes possession.
And with the pause in the action, let's look at the numbers for Harden. Averaging around 26 points per, 10 assists, and 8 rebounds. And he has been passing the ball like a virtuoso. That's what really stands out about these recent performances.
You know, mentally, he's a pass-first type of player. It gets everyone involved in offense.
Blacks checked in for Mbahumute. Left side Rose. The screen from Thompson. Smith dishes to James. It's good. The assist that time from Smith. Smith's got 3 assists in the game.
LeBron sets up so many teammates on the catch and shoot. That time, the favor is returned.
The drive by Paul over Rose. Tried to bank it in, but he misses. The Cavaliers leading by 10. Now Smith. Scoreboard. Crowder sets a screen for LeBron. Crowder. And the rebound goes to the Rockets.
I appreciate the attack mindset, but with the defense tracking him down, it was probably better to kick that one out.
And so it's the Cleveland Cavaliers going into the break with a 10-point lead. They've done a lot of great work from long range. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge. Hi, Dave.
Thanks, Kevin. Here with Coach Teron Lue. Coach, what is the focus going to be in the second half?
Just play the right way. Move the ball, share the ball, get stops, and get out and run in transition.
Always leads to good results. Thanks, Teron. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. And we'll be right back after halftime to start the 3rd quarter. See you in just a bit.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
At Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. I'm Ernie Johnson. Time for the NBA Halftime Show on 2K Sports. It's Cleveland out on top at halftime. They lead by 10. Shaq, how do you think Cleveland played?
The 3-point shot was their best friend. I agree with the strategy. When it's working, take advantage of it. I don't tonight. They're living and they're living good, baby.
How about you, Kenny? What did you think about Houston?
Well, they shot under 40% in the first half. There's your deficit. They missed some open looks, wide open. But overall, I thought the offense was stagnant. Look for their coach to draw up some specific plays to try to jumpstart them in the second.
That'll do it for now. The second half of action coming right up.
The Southwest. We're in Houston. Welcome back, everyone. And now the 3rd quarter about to get going. It's been a clinic by Chris Paul.
And I just love how aggressive he is. Usually tries to work for the best shot that he can.
And that really tests the defense. It's hard to take the right angle on him to contest the shot.
The The Cavaliers leading by 10. Third quarter action getting rolling right now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. On the court for Cleveland, LeBron and Love are the deadly forward pair. D-Wade out there with Thomas, and it's Thompson in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. A lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two. Well, Ryan Anderson, a terrific deep threat in stretch 4.
And I remember last season when he told reporters that a heckler yelled out at him, "Hey, Ryan, you look like a math teacher." And you know, we've heard a lot of these off-the-wall heckles before, but the irony is it's oftentimes more, and that's an example of it right there.
Thomas passes to Love. And there's a whistle. That's going to go on James Harden. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, clearly he had an established position there.
Love with the screen on Paul. Love dishes to Thomas.
Chris Paul takes pride in shutting down whoever he's guarding. He gets right in your jersey.
Ariza kicks to Anderson.
And when you watch this Rockets team, you can see the offensive end. Almost everyone on the floor can hurt you from deep, and they all know their role and execute it to a T.
Both free throws good from Anderson.
That's a huge advantage, having a big guy who can shoot free throws like this.
Thomas passes to Love. Back to Thomas. Cleveland moving the ball around. It's a pick by Love. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The Cavaliers again can't hit. And last season, the Rockets' offense was incredible. Then they go and add Chris Paul.
They can run a team off the floor if they get hot. Two great playmakers. Paul made a lot of teams fear what the Rockets can do now on offense.
And Thomas, here we go. Love outside. The screen from Thompson. Wade dishes to Love. Good off the assist from Wade. Love's got 11.
That was their 4th attempt of this half. They finally got one to go down.
Paul kicks to Harden. Capella sets a screen for Harden. Again, the miss by Harden.
Yeah, blown opportunity after the two-man game creates a terrific look.
That's how it's drawn up. That is everything but the...
Offline with his 3.
And with that miss, shooting only 20% coming out of the break. Ouch.
Ariza outside. He kicks to Harden. Capella with a screen on Wade. Inside. Their lead is cut down now to just 4 in the basket from Anderson. Thompson, a screen on Ariza. LeBron kicks to Thomas. Thompson sets the pick for Thomas. Over Paul. And it comes off the front of the rim.
Yeah, I could just see the frustration.
He wants to help his team, but when you're in position to finish, it's hard to turn that down.
And it's good, 2 points.
And when they desperately needed to get things turned around, they were able to rally and get back into it.
This was all sparked by their defense. They got some stops, and they did it.
Kicks to Love. The offensive rebound, Thompson, and taken away by Paul. Harden outside. Anderson outside. Dishes to Harden. Bucket. Cleveland's gone 1 of 4 in three-point shots here in the third. And here is James. 10 points for him. And the dunk by James.
Leaving the defense shell-shocked at this point.
Rockets trail by 4. Now, here is Harden. He's got 13. From the arc. Another miss by Harden. Cavaliers have gone just 25% from. And it's out of bounds to the Cavaliers as Cleveland retains possession.
And with the pause here, how about the stats for Chris Paul? First in assists, and he's first in the league in steals per game. Just an incredibly aggressive and tenacious defender.
And we're talking about the ultimate competitor here. Leading the league in assists, maximizing every possession. Gordon, he's checked in for Houston. Then for the Cavaliers, Jeff Green is checked in for Thompson. And it's Carter in for James.
Tremendous effort. I mean, this guy has already cracked double digits on the backboard.
He is just hitting the backboard every chance he gets. He is feasting for rebounds.
Outside Thomas. Green, the screen. Rebounded by Capella.
And the stroke definitely lacking confidence this quarter. Nothing on target.
And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Thomas. Check it out. Number 1, Chris Paul. 4th, James Harden.
And these two guys each initiate such tremendous ball movement. It's really fun to watch both of them operate.
And the Cavaliers making a change here. Shumpert's checked in. Gordon dishes the ball. And here's Gordon from outside. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. Smitty, we've seen our share of dominant teams in the past decade. The Big Three in Boston, Miami, of course, with LeBron, KD joining the Warriors. You played against a lot of incredible teams during your terrific career. Which team was the most intimidating for you?
It was later in their career, but intimidation was a factor. When you play against the bad boys in Detroit, I mean, the fouling of those guys. But I think from a sheer talent, it was the Chicago Bulls. They were the first team, especially not my era, won 72 games. They would come in and just steamroll you with their offense, with their defense, and their execution. So those two teams were the two teams I would think.
The Cavaliers again can't hit. Shumpert against Gordon. To the wing on the left. For the lead. And it's laid in by Paul. Paul's got 7.
He knows he's in a groove, and they've got this team on its heels.
13 feet away. That one doesn't go.
You know, not sure if it's him or the defense, but just something's off tonight.
Especially in this quarter. He's had a few things haven't gone his way.
And Baamute can't get it to go. Cavaliers trailing. Outside Thomas. Outside Green. Here's the screen from the arc. Good work defensively by Capella. Paul outside. Paul can't get that one. Thomas with the ball. And you can see his scoring totals. Those are some pretty good numbers. He's putting up close to 15 points a game on average. They get it again. Here's Love. Up and in from the low block. Love's got 5 points now this quarter.
Well, he's not just lurking for threes. Kevin Love.
Paul against Thomas. The shot's good from Paul. Paul's got 19 points.
Early in this quarter, he's been aggressive and selective with his shots. Tremendous efficiency.
Cleveland.
Well, Chris Paul signing the big contract this past offseason, and you knew he'd end up with one of the biggest deals out there, and his impact on a team goes far beyond just stats.
Catching up on the changes for Houston. Nene, he's checked in for Capella, and it's P.J. Tucker in for Ryan Anderson. Their man, one of the bigger surprises certainly of the offseason.
Yeah, and without Paul on this roster, this team isn't in the conversation for winning. You need him to keep your window of winning open, and he is just that impactful and makes everyone on the floor better.
Nene, the pass to Gordon. And stolen by Love. And here comes Smith leading the fast break. And J.R. Smith with the slam.
Whether shooting a jump shot or heading to the rack, JR can be a tough matchup in transition.
The pass to Tucker. Shoots from 12. Jump shot is good. Tucker's got 5 points so far. Well, Cleveland shooting not great, 40% for the game. Rose against Paul. Rose kicks to Crowder. Left side, Love. Not going to go that time. Some solid defense there by Nene. Gordon kicks to Paul. Thomas against Gordon. Screen by Baamute. 4 on the shot clock. Teardrop shot. Love grabs the board. Love's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Paul against Rose. Nene left side. Houston moving it around. Here is Mbaamute. Good on the three-point shot. And Mbaamute has got the lead up to 2 now for Houston. 7 lead changes now, and we're just in the third quarter.
Yeah, frustrating for a coach, but it's great to watch as a fan.
Rose against Paul. And the dunk by Rose.
Ability to play pick and roll basketball.
For Houston, they've gone better than 53% from the floor since halftime, shooting 8 of 15. Screen by Baamute. Nene with the screen on Rose. And another 3 for Houston.
Yeah, that's 2 bombs in a row from long range.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Pass to Rose. To the inside. Paul, right side. And that one comes up a bit short. The Cavaliers trail by 3. Smith outside. Shoots over Tucker. And that one. 52 seconds left to play in the third. Shot from 12. Cavaliers with the rebound. Outside Crowder. Outside Rose. Back to Crowder. And Baamute with the steal. And it's Houston on the break. Here's Gordon.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game.
Well, there's a swagger out there. You can see it on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either. Love with the screen on Gordon. In the corner, Crowder with it. Three seconds left. The shot, no good. And we've reached the end of the third. Rockets lead by 5. We'll be back shortly, live from Houston, Texas. And we're set to start the action up here in the fourth quarter. And if it's anything like the first 3, we should be in for a treat. Rockets leading by 5. Harden and Gordon teaming up in the backcourt. Nene is out there with P.J. Tucker. And it's Black in at the 5 spot. That's the 5 for Houston right now. Back to Gordon. From the arc. Crowder pulls it in. Crowder's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Wade with it, and it's Harden picking him up. And the wide open shot from Rose. And poor shot selection there. Not a high percentage look for him. Harden kicks to Gordon. Back to Harden. Harden draws the double. Just 5 to shoot. Pulls it up. Tries again, and the layup is up and in. Black's got the fourth quarter started here with a bucket for the Rockets.
Second chance opportunities. The great equalizer.
Thompson, a screen on Harden. Here's Rose, and finished off by Rose.
You know, that's a solid screen by Tristan. Understands how to position himself.
We've played just over 1 minute here in the fourth quarter. Harden kicks to Gordon. Benet setting the pick for Gordon. Shoots over Crowder, and it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
And Eric Gordon has long been noted as a terrific shooter, but I felt like he was able to display just how great he can be last season. Had that green light whenever he was on the floor, and really near the top of the league in terms of threes attempted and made.
The Rockets making a switch here. Ariza's checked in. A switch here also for Cleveland. James is checked in. Offensive rebound. The kick out to Rose. He feeds it to Crowder. Pass to James. The kick out to Crowder. Back to James. Second chance shot. And he lays it up and in. And for Gordon, he's been a great catch-and-shoot player in the past, Greg. The difference last season was the improvement in his pull-up threes.
And there is a world of difference between shooting a three off the pass as opposed to off the dribble. The pull-up threes are what make players like Steph Curry so hard to guard. And when Gordon added that to his game, I think it helped his overall ability to score the basketball.
Seizing every opportunity to score. LeBron outworking, out-hustling people inside.
On the wing, Harden. Here's Black. He's covered by Thompson. Here's Harden. And off the front iron, and in it goes. And the Rockets lead by 5.
And I love seeing Harden get room to shoot from that mid-range position, an effective scorer in that area.
Outside Rose. And it's Wade in the corner. Shot clock at 5. Lets it go from deep. Rebound by Nene. Nene's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Shot by Gordon, wide open. His three-pointer's off the mark.
No other way to put it. Just a poor shooting performance for him, but luckily his teammates have picked up the slack.
Rose against Harden. Thompson, a screen on Ariza. Here's James, and James throws it down hard.
And there's no question that James is one of the best dunkers ever. A forceful finisher who loves showing off his athleticism.
Ariza outside. Feeds to Harden. Here's Black. He can't get that one to fall. Good D by Thompson. The drive.
Oh, wow. Watch your head.
It's a beautiful jam.
You can't give a steamroller like LeBron that kind of opening. He'll bury you every time.
Here is Harden. From 13 feet, it goes down. Harden's got 4 points in the quarter.
The mid-range game is becoming more of a lost art, but not for this guy.
The screen from Thompson. James kicks to Rose. Good D by Harden.
Just not much success when it comes to shooting.
And it's Ariza in the corner. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. Harden's got his 7th assist here tonight.
Yeah, how about the percentage they're shooting from beyond the arc here in the second half?
He got right to the cup using that screen. 16 points for Derrick Rose.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
They set the pick. In the corner, it's Gordon. Nene, the screen. And the basket by Gordon. Gordon's got 9 points now in just the second half.
You've got to give a ton of credit to the screener. That play easily opened up the easy layup for his teammates.
James outside. Out to Wade. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
Timeout called the Rockets. And last year, one of the bigger surprises in the NBA, the Houston Rockets.
And remember, absent Dwight Howard, a lot of people thought maybe they're going to take a step back. And in the year where several other super teams in the league kind of took a step forward, the Rockets were able to hold their own. The team has a system that works, and they have bought into it. And top to bottom, they've been making smart decisions.
Looking at who's out there now for the Rockets. Clint Capella, he's checked in for Tark Black. Anderson comes in for Nene. And Chris Paul's subbed in for Eric Gordon. And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Kevin, I was able to listen in on what Mike D'Antoni was talking about with his team. It was pretty clear-cut to them. He said, look, we need to play with some edge out there. I don't care what the lead is. Do not back off.
Capella with the bucket.
And that's his strong suit, the ability to find his way through the D and finish at the rim.
Now LeBron. Over Ariza. James misses.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
There's a whistle, and it goes on Isaiah Thomas. That's foul number 2 for him. Cavaliers on D. Harden gets to Ariza. There's the feed to Paul. Over Thomas.
And whether or not he makes the all-defensive team, LeBron is one of the league's premier defenders.
The 10-footer. And off the front iron, and in it goes. LeBron's got 22 points.
Well, you see the excellent skill set. And this is when you want to make an impact.
You're totally right. Fourth quarter, tight game. This is when the true ballers step up.
Capella with the bucket.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agenda.
Thompson, a screen on Paul. Here's Thomas. Got a piece of it. Ariza against LeBron. Stolen by Thompson. James outside. Love outside. There's the dish to Wade. It's a pick by Love. Wade passes to Thomas. That doesn't go either for Thomas.
One made 3 for him for the game. Does he focus closer in? Let's see.
And now the Cavaliers. Fast break. Love's running. It's stolen by Capella. Paul outside. Over Thomas. That's good from Paul on the assist by Ariza. Ariza's got his 5th assist in this one. Paul against Thomas. Out to Wade. Five on the clock. Stolen by Harden. LeBron against Ariza. In the corner. Harden. Anderson the screen. It's Harden with the drive. In transition. Here come the Cavaliers. And yes, it's good. LeBron's got 12 now in this quarter.
Great quarter for him at the offensive end, trying to will his team back in the game.
And here we go. Fast break. James.
Okay. When you need a big score, you want LeBron to at least touch the ball, and this is why.
Houston in the lead. Paul outside. Over Thomas. The Rockets with another miss.
Not sure of the thought process on that one. Really bad shot selection.
Well, you're playing for the team, not just yourself. They needed much better execution that trip down the floor.
Stolen by Anderson. Paul outside. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Paul's got 24.
I love seeing Chris Paul come alive on these possessions. He's an exceptional shooter who does not back away in big moments.
Thompson dishes to LeBron. Good D by Ariza.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you can see the frustration on his face.
Pass to Paul. Harden against Wade. Offensive rebound, Anderson. And a good offensive board. And he gets the bucket. And the Rockets lead by 6.
His combination of energy and anticipation showing up on the offensive glass.
Love with the screen on Ariza. LeBron kicks to Love. It's stolen by Capella. Harden the pass to Ariza. Kicks it out to Harden. And again, it's the Rockets from deep.
Yeah, they're having a tough time containing Harden here tonight. No surprise there.
The Cavaliers trail by 9. And here is James. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. And no good as the first free throw, missing for him. We'll see if he can nail the second.
You know he's a perennial all-NBA first-teamer, but LeBron is also one of the league's top spokesmen. They needed more from him there. Any point they can get is absolutely critical for them right now.
Paul kicks to Harden. Paul against Thomas. Anderson up top. Over Love. And it's Houston with another.
And just putting the finishing touches on this one. They have been on fire.
I mean, a fantastic run. The guys are really clicking, and the scoreboard reflects that.
The drive by James. Here's Thompson. Takes it into the teeth of the D and converts the layup.
The unbelievable effort. Thompson, a dedicated warrior on the offensive glass.
Here's Paul. Thompson with the rebound.
A mix-up with the defense leaves him wide open from mid-range, a shot he usually makes.
From 11 feet away. And that'll be Cleveland as it goes out of bounds. Cavaliers retain possession. For 3, Smith. Good. Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
This is what you love about JR, the confidence in the big moment.
And he commits the intentional foul. 15 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And so they choose to intentionally foul. So the first one drops, and that increases their lead to 6. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 7-point game.
And he adds to their lead with some very solid free throws.
Timeout called the Cavaliers. They're trailing by 7. There's 14 seconds left in the fourth quarter. What do you think, guys?
Yeah, it's a dejected group of guys. I mean, they've got a lot of pride, and it just hadn't happened for them here tonight.
The most important thing to remember, it's not over, but they have to step up on both ends to have a chance.
And a miss there off the inbound. Now here's Paul. Lob pass to Capella. Up high to stuff the alley-oop. Great game for him. Double-double now. 10 points and 18 rebounds.
Some people have vision. Chris Paul has special vision on those passes.
So we see the Rockets get the win here. A confident win and one where they clearly showed the greater effort.
Yeah, I mean, it was a solid performance, particularly here at home. I think they built off that edge of being here and play with just a little more confidence than their opponent.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much. James, congrats on the win. What got it done for you at the end tonight?
Just being aggressive. I told my guys on the court that we had to make a run. It had to be a good one. Defensively, we did a pretty good job down the stretch. We got some shots to fall and came with the victory.
You play tonight, James. Thanks very much. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.